Michael Pereira, an acrobatic fighter, an acrobatic athletic fighter, who was good at welterweight, but seemingly great at middleweight, has returned, and he's fighting another fighter at middleweight by the name of Anthony Hernandez, who seems to be like an all-out war machine. Um, Good striking, good grappling. Seems to be a well put together fighter. And like I said, he seems to enjoy going to war with fighters, taking them the full five. He's got finishes, but he's also got that mentality to have like a dog fight with certain fighters. So I think that's what makes him good as well. And also, like I said, his grappling, like he's well rounded. He's able to do great things on the ground as well as on the feet. So he mixes it up pretty well. And he's fighting Michael Pereira, who I just said, very athletic, very acrobatic, and tons of power, especially when he moved up to middleweight. And that energy power mix is just such a deadly combination for so many fighters. What he did against Ihor Potieria was insane. That was it, a front flip or a back flip into a knee to the face. While it was illegal because Ihor was a grounded opponent, it still was extremely fucking impressive. So, yeah, this guy Michael Pereira is deadly, man. But yeah, these two are fighting, and it should be a good one. I think it's a good fight to make. I think there'll be fireworks. Like I said, Anthony Hernandez likes to go to war. Michael Pereira likes to finish these fights relatively early, and I think he will with this one. And I think the reason why I'm saying that is just how much it's because of how much power Michael Pereira has. The power in his hands is so deadly, and coupled with the amount of energy he has, he's able to just move forward and stay in your face with that with this crazy energy. So he's throwing his hands and kicks really well and at a pretty high clip, and each of them still having a fuck ton of power is the reason why he's so deadly. So I think that's what he's going to do against Anthony Hernandez, especially as soon as the fight starts. He's just going to go out there, stay in front of Anthony Hernandez's face, and throw. And while he's throwing, he also looks for submissions. Like, he's not just a knockout artist. He's also moving in and chasing anything he could find. Because the fight with Ihor that Michael Pereira had didn't end with that knee to the face. Ihor got up, and then they continued to fight. And as soon as Ihor seems to be a little bit overwhelmed, Michael Pereira moves right the fuck in for a guillotine. And he secures it and continues to fucking chase it, and before you know it, Ihor Potieria is choked out. So you got to give it to Michael Pereira, man. This guy has tons of energy. He's really deadly, powerful, athletic, acrobatic. He could leave the ground really fast and jump up in the air real high. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff, and it's entertaining stuff. It's what the UFC needs. It's what we need in the octagon and MMA. That's what is needed. That's what's entertaining. He is so entertaining, and we need that so much. Because as I say again and again in every fucking video, this whole new age grappling style of MMA is becoming more and more fucking boring, and it's upsetting the fans. And even though, yes, we shouldn't get mad if mixed martial artists decide to mix the martial arts, it still can be so fucking boring, Like, I don't think I've seen one UFC fan call that whole Mario Bautista shit show against Jose Aldo an entertaining fight. A lot of people, almost everyone, was upset about, what Mario Bautista did and what he said afterwards. But this video is not about fucking Mario Bautista. It's about Michael Pereira and Anthony Hernandez going head to head. It should be a good one. I got Michael Pereira winning this. I think he'll overwhelm Anthony Hernandez pretty early. If you ask me for specifics, I'm gonna go with a Michael Pereira win via first round TKO. I think you maybe give this fight 20, 30 seconds to settle in. And then as soon as Michael Pereira gets his bearings, he'll rush in, he'll step forward, and he'll throw nonstop. And I think it'll overwhelm Anthony Hernandez, but I think it'll overwhelm him on the feet. And I think Michael Pereira finishes this fight on the feet. It could go to the ground, and Michael Pereira could chase a submission on the ground. But I think, he'll move into this fight aware of, the fact that Anthony Hernandez is pretty deadly on the ground. Like I said, he's well-rounded. He's got a good knowledge of ground game, so he could do stuff on the ground. And I think Michael Pereira, because of that, Michael Pereira will want to finish this fight on the feet, which I think he's totally capable of because of how much power he has in his hands. This guy has an insane amount of power, man. He's rushing in and he's throwing things full blast because of how much energy he's got. So, and I'd love to see what Michael Pereira can do in this division, man, in the middleweight division, because like I said, this combination of everything he's got in his tool set is dangerous, man. Is dangerous for these middleweight fighters. So I look forward to seeing what he can do. I think he moves past Anthony. Oh no, yeah, I think he moves past Anthony Hernandez. I think he'll move right past him. Like I said, first round TKO. All respect to Anthony Hernandez. Like I said, he's a war dog. He does really, really well in dog fights. But I think, the downside to that is it may take certain fighters who do well in dog fights, it may take them a number of rounds to get warmed up, to get turned up, if you will, to find that fire and to go for it. It may take them a couple rounds, but with Michael Pereira, he's able to fucking go the minute the ref calls the beginning of the fight. He's able to fucking run out there and go. So that's what I think he'll do. I think he'll just run at Anthony Hernandez, and Hernandez will, in my opinion, I think Hernandez will get pretty much overwhelmed by that nonstop go for it energy that Michael Pereira just exudes. So this fight should end pretty early. Like I said, Michael Pereira, first round TKO. I think he overwhelms Anthony Hernandez with a flurry of punches. Maybe one of them will tag Anthony Hernandez cleanly, which will send Anthony Hernandez to the floor, and then Michael Pereira will probably finish it via ground and pound while standing. So yeah, if you want specifics, those are the specifics. But yeah, it should be a good fight. I think it's a fight to make. I think there'll be fireworks either way. I don't really think it'll go the full 3 or 5 rounds. I don't think it will. It'll end early. And yeah, that's what I think for this one. Let me know what you think. Subscribe, like, comment, but most importantly, subscribe. I love you guys. I'll see y'all soon. Let me know what you think.